So then we take our Allen wrench and go ahead and tighten all these down. Nut, I've already tightened the other ones down. And then from here, we'll be putting on the coupler hoses going from the throttle body, or from the throttle body here over to here. So then the next step, we're going to put this on. It's going to go right here with the hose clamps, like so. And then this one is going to go here. The hose clamp. Position it with the Airaid. I guess that way. Nah, we'll do it that way. Doesn't really matter because the hose clamp's going to be over it anyway. And of course, this needs to be loosened up. And of course, it's all different sizes. It goes on here, like that. Slip right over. Slips right on. Get our screw lined up, our clamp lined up so it's easy to screw down. Make sure it's on good. It is. Now we can go on to the air bridge. Air bridge in. We'll start at this side first. Actually, before we do this, we're going to tighten this one up so it doesn't come loose on me. Tightening the hose clamp on this side of the air bridge that fastens this coupler to here. Actually, we need to go too tight, just snug. We need to be plastic crushing tight. And slip this one in to here. Make sure we got plenty of slack in this and this clamp. You want to loosen your clamps up as much as possible. Just makes it easier. And that goes in like that. And this one should turn down, push in, and this one is going to line up right in here, like so. Okay, we need to loosen this one up more too. Just slide right in. There. Like so. It does. After a lot of fighting it. There. We've got everything lined up. We tightened down all our hose clamps, including this one. This one. You don't have to tighten them like super tight, just so they're snug. You don't want to crush the plastic. Actually, that might be a little tight. So you just tighten them to their snug. So they start to feel some resistance. And this one, they're all tightened down. Everything's in place. No leaks. And then next thing we're going to do is we're going to reinstall our MAF. That's the thing we set aside earlier. Keeping in mind the airflow direction. Airflow is going this way, so you want to put it in like this. It should slip right in. Yeah, it should slip right in there, and it doesn't. Sensor just slides right in here. Making sure you pay attention direction to the airflow. Air is pointed this way, air goes that way, so that's correct. Stick it in, and the system comes with replacement screws. You don't need to reuse your stock ones. Just thread right in. So, the other one goes in. Just like that. Tighten them down. You don't don't need to again, don't need to go real tight, just snug. 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 One more time, just another hit on each one, that's good. That's good. Put it back up, hook your sensor back, or your cable back up, snaps in place. And it's in. PCV hose, this rigid hose you have here. This piece is it goes on a metal flange that comes off your fuel rails, or it comes off your crankcase. And it simply just pops off, but if you can't see what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing, it can be a pain in the pain in the butt to get off. So if you look on here, this is what it looks like. You see just a little hook there, little connector, and then this has a flange, a little lipped connector on the end, and all that you do is you just reach your finger down inside here, pull this little piece down and pull this little piece down, and then just pull, and the whole piece just pops right off. So I just want everybody to see what it looks like, because it'll make your removing this much easier if you can see what you're doing in there. So that's that. Once you get that off, you're going to use this section of fuel hose that comes with it, and you're just going to slide it over. Get no clamp or anything needed. This is low pressure. Slide that over, and it's going to go right over where this piece was. You can take this out and put it with your OEM system, and then this will go in replacement of it. And then this is going to thread into the side of the Airaid. You can cut it. We'll screw this in. We slip the hose on back there. Now we're going to just take this, slide it over like that. We use the speed clamp here. Get you some pliers. Okay, so then we take the speed clamp, clamp it down, secures that on there. That's secure over there. And we can put our beauty cover back on. The beauty cover back on, take your oil cap back off. Line those hinge pieces up, slip them on, and drop it down. Put your oil cap back in. Everything's locked in place. Now, the last step is to put our air filter. You can see it's kind of like offset a little bit. You just loosen the hose clamp up, put it on here, and just kind of turn it until it slides in place, just like that. And it gets on there nice and flush. And you take your hose clamp. So we got it in here and adjusted so it's nice and flat on the top. Everything looks fine. It's flush, so we tighten our hose clamp up. And again, you don't have to crank it down like overly tight, but just snug it up. And that's it. So you can see the whole thing. That's the completed Airaid installation on a 2010 Camaro SS with the 6.2 liter engine. Yeah. You definitely can hear the difference in airflow now, the difference in airflow. You can hear the Airaid system breathing a lot better than what the factory system allowed for.